Today I'd like to talk to you about a country that has a very interesting stereotype surrounding it. They're viewed as a bunch of drunks who party all the time and who have giant beards. The country I'm talking about is Ireland. Irish cultures and traditions are very different than how we perceive them and actually started slang we currently use today. Irish weddings, for example, have a lot of traditions and superstitions surrounding them. One thing that actually started that we still use today is when they get married, they cross their arms like this and they tap with rope, as you can see here in the PowerPoint, in the picture there, that is called tying the knot, which people say I'm going to tie the knot, which that's where it originated from Irish culture. Women believe dresses in different colors will affect how successful their marriage is going to be. As you can see here, I have a list of things that show what the women think dresses will mean, and just a couple of examples. And they will dress accordingly to what they actually believe. Also, when it comes to their veils and their headdresses, the women cannot put them on, because if they do, they will curse their marriage, and it will not work, it will fail. Men, they wear a kilt. And back in the old days, a kilt meant made of tartan from his clan, which nowadays clans on as they used to be, so now they're just wear their nice dress kilts, I guess a good way to put it. And just like several other countries, the Irish people, they do celebrate Easter. But and as you'll see, it's not very different than the American way of doing it. The Irish people, like a lot of Catholics here, celebrate Lent. If those who don't know what Lent is, Lent begins 40 days before Easter, and they can't eat meat for that entire period of time. And also they give up something else that is of value to them, something they cherish, whether that be beer, video games, basketball, whatever it is, that's something they give up as well as part of Lent. Now, on every Friday, they have fish soup, and this is a time for reflection of where the Irish people have come from, what they have to be thankful for. And the final week is the most important part. It's called Holy Week, and this is when they fast for most of the week. And this is also when they take the time to clean their house. They clean it very, very well from top to bottom, get rid of old stuff, dust it, sweep it, Windex it nowadays, and this is known as spring cleaning. So, for those that say you're doing spring cleaning, there's where the term actually originated from. Now, unlike American Lent, in Ireland, eggs are not eaten during Lent. Eggs are presented on Good Friday, and they're eaten after Easter dinner on Easter Sunday to people who have successfully completed the fast properly. Now, for children, they do bend the rules a little bit for this because it's hard for a child to properly fast. When you think of Irish people, you probably think of folklores and myths that they have. Now, the Irish people are very, very big on telling stories. They all sit around the campfire with the older person telling the story, while they drink a little bit of Guinness. And they have different types of stories. They have the good stories about the hills and big glass castles and all that kind of things. They also have nightmare things about goblins and all that kind of things that go on. So each family has their own little twist on the stories. As generation to generation, it does get tweaked a little bit. Each family has their own version of the stories. Now, also, you might also think about, when you think about Ireland, is leprechauns. They're a symbol of Ireland, and they're billed as intelligent and mischievous. Now, the leprechauns are said to be able to grant 3 wishes to people. Now, those wishes are in case an animal or a human traps them, so the leprechaun can be set free. And this is where the pot of gold myth came from, because you wish for a pot of gold, you have it, you let the leprechaun go, and it goes on from there. And leprechauns are known as being short, and they're wearing little belt buckles and the hats, and just like you see them in TV shows, that's how they're portrayed through the Irish stories and folklores. They're said to be very, very musical. They can play the tin whistle, the fiddle, and the Irish harp. And it's said that hundreds gather to sing and dance and party constantly. That's what a leprechaun does. Now every year there's a day that everyone says that they're Irish. That is St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick is the patron saint who helped bring Christianity to Ireland. He drove out the snakes out of Ireland, is what they say, because there have never been any snakes in Ireland ever since. And that's pretty cool. And and snakes were a symbol of the Druids. Now, unlike American people, the Irish do not wear green on St. Patrick's Day. They do wear clovers, however, and like the shamrocks, to symbolize the teaching of the Holy Trinity. Now, here on St. Patrick's Day, you go to any bar, you'll see they have green beer. In Ireland, that is not the case, as you will see a couple little pubs here and there that have the green beer, but it's not widespread like it is here. And actually, up until the 1970s, pubs were closed on St. Patrick's Day in Ireland. And also, there are big parades here with big leprechaun balloons and all these floats and everything that we have here is a big party symbol for St. Patrick's Day. Actually, the first parade was not held until 1995 in Ireland, and that was to help boost tourism, not to help celebrate the holiday anymore. So as you can see, the Irish people, they're on a bunch of drunks and partiers that just have a big day when they just drink on a holiday. St. Patrick's Day means something to them. It's the day that the Christianity was, they'll celebrate the guy who brought Christianity into the country. And they also have a lot of folklore that makes them like tradition. And tradition is good as it goes passed on, even in the modern era. The story is still told around the fire. They're not told over email or text. They all sit around as a family and have good family time together.